So today we're going to take a break from boxes and structures and we're going to draw a koala. So to start, we're going to just draw a couple circles. I'm going to show you how to draw texture with shading in 3 different little ways. So the first one is we're going to do some very soft little dashing lines to show just like soft fur. So I'm just going around that first line. Then I'm gonna still continue filling it up. I'm gonna continue with these small little dashes in that same manner of shading, imagining that the sun is shining down here. So I'm gonna provide the soft fur here. Just continue with these little dashes. You know you're going to have more down here. You can kind of add more as you go. Then you might have like a little squiggle here or right here. But that's really how you're going to be adding texture to that. So this is like a soft fur. Then we're using texture to shade. Now we're going to do this one step further and we're going to draw sharp lines around the circle for the second one. So this creates the illusion of spikes. So I'm just going to go create sharp lines. So in the first one we did nice soft curved. Now we're going to do spiky lines. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add more spikes. Try to get them a little straighter. Here. And then maybe like a couple right here, just to add, but they're mostly right here. Okay, and then on the third one, this is going to be like a messy look, kind of like dryer lint, kind of just like a soft, messy lint, but it does create texture, so that's going to be more like these little curvy lines, kind of, there's no really like rhyme or reason, they're more of just like curvy, like I'm kind of just like these going around and around, and maybe like just like a little bit right here. Then it's more concentrated down here, maybe just like a couple kind of filling in here, but it's definitely more there. So that's way to do a couple different textures using shading. Okay, now it's time to start the lesson with the koala. So we're going to start with a light circle. Be the head. This is going to be the main circle, so just start with the circle. I'll just sketch it out. Then we're going to lightly sketch in the ears. So the ears are round and they're going to come along on the side of the face. Then we're going to draw a tapered nose. So make sure so when you draw this, we're going to leave a little small white in the area. This is like the light of the eye that we do. We're also going to be doing it in the nose. So let me show you. So the nose is like this. And then I'm going to leave a small little circle right here. That's the light of the nose. And then we'll fill that in. Okay, so now we're going to draw his eyes, and again we're going to do the eyes here, right about here, and we're going to leave a light of the eye, so I'm going to leave a little circle right here, and then we'll fill those in also. Okay, now we're going to do the ear. So when we are drawing his ear, we're going to do a couple different features of the ear. This right here is called the helix. So we're going to draw a line like that on both sides. So I do have these sketchy lines that you guys can see here. After I'm done, I'm gonna go through and do a darker line, and then I'll erase all these little sketchy lines. Okay, so then now I'm going to draw the concha. This is this part of the ear. This is the concha. And then we have the tragus. So the tragus is, so we have this little part where you're going to do is you're just going to make this a little longer and you're going to go up and down. So that'll be like one line. So you're just going to go up and down. Okay, now we have the basic of our little guy. Now we're going to look back at our furry balls that we made, and we're going to notice the soft fur look that we created. We're going to use this soft feel to develop the outline of our koala. So that's what we're going to use on the outline of our koala. So before we do that though, I'm just going to add a part for the neck, and then be thinking about where you're going to erase your lines. I might not need to erase a ton of lines because I am going to be creating like this really soft feel of fur, so I'm gonna probably worry about erasing most of it later. Just gonna erase some of these here. So then now you're gonna take your pencil and you're gonna create those small little like lines that are gonna create his soft fur. So kind of go over those lines. Should be pretty light so that you're really only seeing like his soft fur. We're gonna go over that a little bit darker. Okay, so I'm just gonna outline his whole face and ears. The insides of the ears are different. And then even just like around here, it's his fur. And then I'm going to use a more furry texture now to shade his head, ears, and body. So really you're going to be, taking your pencil and shading in, giving him more texture, some like lighter, fluffy, like roundy lines. Remember, this is the darkest part of the body right here, or of this picture, because if the light's shining down. So I'm going to make this really, really dark right here. This is going to be shaded in really dark, and then it's just going to get a little less dark here, a little lighter, light little like light lines. Maybe some like light lines around here. You're going to have the shading is going to be in here. And here, remember, we're not doing dark, we're not doing straight lines because we're showing the fluffiness of his fur, and then it kind of comes out a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a little harder to show on the iPad with this, but I would have like the darkest part here. The darkest part here. Then when you're done with that, add a little more light here. bit lighter here, and along right here. Then when you guys are done, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go back and erase the pencil lines that you guys have. So you're going to want to erase these lines right here. The lines that connect the head to the ears. So it's like one solid line. And then you have a cute little koala. I'll show you. So now you guys that you know how to draw one cute little koala, think about how you can draw a crowd of them. You can use overlapping and size to push koalas deeper into the page. You could even go to drawing some more realistic koalas as well. So what you're going to do here is you're going to use important concepts from the lesson, texture, shading, overlapping, and then draw another koala. You could also draw a more realistic koala too. I will show you an example of just something you could do, but now that you know how to draw one koala, think about how you can draw lots of other ones. Also, you can think about, now that you know how to do shading with texture, what other textures could you add to various pictures. Okay, so here is what I was talking about. See how there's different koalas, different sizes. We use overlapping. There's one poking its head on the other direction. There's half of a one poking on the side. So that's a good example of how to incorporate drawing this little guy with the rest, or with something of your own. Also, I just remembered something. You can also add some shading along, right along here, like his nose. Some like little more fluffy kind of shading, and maybe just like a little bit under his eye to give him a little more definition. That's in that sample. Okay. All right. Enjoy. And oh, I'm going to show you one more picture. This is realistic koalas. So you can, all the things that I taught you about drawing like a cartoony koala, you could still do with a more realistic koala. You just might want to look it up online and see how they used shading, but with texture, but it's a little bit different. So that's an option for you too. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Bye-bye.